What's the most impossible request you've ever seen someone make at a hospital? I'm an ER nurse, and I've dealt with all kinds of strange requests over the years. People asking for miracle cures, demanding specific brands of ice packs, even one guy who insisted we deliver his kidney stone on a silver tray. But nothing compares to what happened last winter. A man came rushing into the ER with his pregnant wife, who was clearly in active labor. She was groaning in pain, clutching her belly and breathing like she'd practiced in every Lamaze class on the planet. We got her into a wheelchair and upstairs to L&D without delay. Standard stuff, until her husband pulled me aside in the hallway, looking completely panicked. "I need you to make sure the baby comes out at exactly 3:33 p.m., he said. I blinked. "Sorry, 3:33, he repeated. "It has to be that time." "Exactly." On the dot, I told him, as gently as possible, that childbirth doesn't really operate on a strict timetable, and that it's not something you can schedule down to the minute, especially once labor's already started. But he wasn't hearing it. He launched into this whole explanation about how they'd met with a celebrity numerologist, someone who consults for Fortune 500 CEOs and major recording artists, apparently. And according to this guy, if their daughter was born at exactly 3:33 p.m., she'd be destined for greatness, world-changing greatness. Anything earlier or later would block her energy path. At first, I thought he was just nervous, but as labor progressed, his obsession grew. He started offering money, first $500, then $2,000, eventually $10,000 in cash if we could slow things down, or hold the baby in to hit the magic minute. When that didn't work, he started suggesting ways to delay the delivery himself. She can breathe through it, right? Just have her stop pushing for a bit. Meanwhile, his wife was screaming in pain. She was clearly ready to deliver, and her husband was by her side, checking his watch like he was waiting for a bomb to go off. 20 more minutes, he shouted. "We're almost there." Then he physically tried to stand between his wife and the OB, arms out like a human stop sign. That's when the doctor snapped and had security remove him from the delivery room. The baby, of course, came when she was ready, 2:47 p.m. Perfectly healthy, beautiful little girl. Her mom held her with tears streaming down her face, whispering, "You're perfect," over and over again. Meanwhile, her husband was in the hallway, furious. He demanded the nurse put 3:33 p.m. on the birth certificate instead of the actual time. When told that was legally impossible, he argued, loudly. "It's just a number," he shouted. "No one will know." The nurse calmly explained that falsifying a birth certificate is a crime. He refused to accept it. Then came the kicker. When the pediatrician came in to do the baby's first exam, the dad pulled him aside, dead serious. "Okay," he said, "is there any way to put the baby back in, like for 46 minutes, just so we can do it again the right way?" The pediatrician's face was pure disbelief. He looked at the dad, then back at the nurse, then simply said, "That's not how any of this works." Eventually, we had to ask him to wait in the family lounge so his wife could recover in peace. She thankfully didn't seem to buy into any of his numerology nonsense. Before they left, she pulled me aside and thanked me. "I told him it was ridiculous," she said, "but he got obsessed. Said 3:33 is some kind of cosmic genius portal. I just wanted a healthy baby." I smiled and told her she got exactly that. Last I heard, they're divorced. And she's raising that beautiful little girl with zero numerology, no cosmic alignments, just a lot of love, and a birth certificate that says 2:47 p.m.